It's Thursday morning and U.S. futures are in the red. On Wednesday, U.S. indices closed higher, led by shares in banks, automobiles and components, and the energy sector. On the economic data front, in the previous session, the MBA mortgage applications data showed a rise of 2.9% in the week ended September 30th from a decrease of 0.7% in the previous week. On the other hand, the ADP employment change was lower to 154,000 in September. And separately, the U.S. trade deficit reached $40.7 billion in August. Separately, U.S. Factory orders improved by 0.2% in August. And in the after-hours market, Yum! Brands posted third-quarter adjusted EPS of $1.09 and revenue of $3.32 billion. China's comparable sales fell by 1%. And MetLife has filed for a spinoff of its U.S. retail unit, Bright House Financial, through a pro-rata distribution of at least 80.1% of the shares of Bright House Financial's common stock to company shareholders. And Costco Wholesale reported net sales, which were up 3% year over year to $11.06 billion in September. As for the overseas markets, Asian markets are higher today, with the Nikkei up by nearly 0.5%, the Hang Seng up 0.7%, and South Korea's Kospi up 0.6%. Meanwhile, European indices are trading lower and U.S. futures are calling for a negative start. In terms of advancers versus decliners, 65% of the S&P 500 constituents traded higher on Wednesday. Now, on Thursday, no major earnings are expected. In terms of economic data, initial jobless claims will be coming out with expectations calling for a reading of 256,000. Continuing claims will also be released. As for the equity averages, the S&P 500 is in focus today. On an intraday basis, limited upside is expected. Trading Central analysts prefer long positions above 2136 with targets at 2160 and 2168 in extension. As for the Nasdaq, on an intraday basis, further advances expected, and the Dow Industrials on an intraday basis, limited upside is expected.